Hello everyone, how are you? This is going to be a very different video than normal, and it's something I have wanted to talk about for a long time, but I never had the courage to say. As you saw in the title and thumbnail, it's a video about Homestuck. But before I start, I want to make something clear. This is just my opinion, alright? My personal taste, with my experience with Homestuck. If you like Homestuck, that's fine. There's no problem. You can comment below why you like it, as long as it's respectful and civilized way. If you like it, I will bring you. If you like this type of video, I will bring more of this style. Yeah. Another important warning: this video is not a hunt. That's my opinion, just opinion video. And if I were to make a hunt, it definitely won't be an emoji cat hunt about hitch, really 34 vor blah blah blah. So don't worry, I'm not going to sell myself, much less in that way. But anyway, let's get started. First, if you don't know Homestuck, which I think it's very likely, but even so, I will try to summarize a lot. Homestuck is a work created by Andrew Hussey that takes a place in several alternative worlds, dimensions, with several characters, timelines, and things like that. The idea may seem good at first, and that's what I took for the first time, since I admit I liked the characters in Homestuck, but after I decided to read the work and got to know more about it, I just didn't like it. I found it very frustrating experience. I don't think it's something horrible at the level of or Okagon or Coughing of Andon Lele, but I think it's work that fails to be interesting and striking. And I'm going to say my points, my personal opinions of why I don't like it. So let's start. Maybe some people like this point, but I personally find the mess of Homestuck very complicated to understand and honestly exhausting. When I went to read Homestuck, at first everything was fine. I understand that it was John Egbert and his friend in a game and everything, but after a while, for me Homestuck was like counting every atom of a Tyrannosaurus. You will take it time, you will get lost, you will try to start over, you will get frustrated, and in the end you will think, okay, my time is more valuable than that. I know some way may like that point, but I personally think it's a reason to not liking Homestuck and maybe to hate it because it's a mess. Chase is interconnected with the first reason. Homestuck's a webcomic, but it also has animations, musics, games, enigmas, newly invited virus, cognitozards, mass extinctions, and much more, which is okay. If you're done in an organized way, it would be super okay. I won't see a problem, but as it's all lined up like a poorly organized row of elephants, it's very difficult to know how to organize it at all. I personally can't understand anything about that part. This is something I felt seeing Homestuck, and I could be completely wrong about it, but as I read and watched Homestuck, when it got to parts with quantum physics and similar parts, I felt a lot as if Homestuck was trying to shout, "Look, guys, I'm super smart! Look how nerd am I! Look, Whatever. Clear, not everyone is like that. Uh, I mean, Homestuck makes smart people like spoiled brats or something like that. Uh, and it's pretty bad in my view. A good example of the opposite is Serena, the World of Birds, which is also very complex work of speculative evolution, but it doesn't try to portray itself as intellect or better than shallow people. It talks about evolution, ecology, selection, and all of this in a way with passion, um, in a good way, with respect. I'm not saying that Serena is better than Homestuck. I personally think that. But what I'm trying to say is that Homestuck should approach complex themes in this way, in a normal and respectful, without wanting to seem like the new Albert Einstein of the new generation. Homestuck is known for having a lot of representation, especially regarding to the LGBT community, which is a very good thing and should be supported. Whatever, some representations and themes about it are kinda questionable. The best example I can give are two quadrants and Terezi Xvriska. Um, uh, that's some really weird representations, like these two examples. Uh, they are strange and even end up romancing disgusting things such as toxic relationships, which is okay if you address this as long it is done well, mature and not trivialized or romanticized. Okay, cheese is something very personal to me. It's my taste. It don't necessarily make Homestuck bad. It's just something that I didn't think as good that I would like to mention. So here we go. The alien species in Homestuck, like the trolls, are, well, completely far from being aliens. They are literally just a person painted in grey with candy corns for horns. It's the most generic thing possible. And I understand that biology is not the focus here, and that's okay. Just wait again. This is a personal point of mine. It means that I didn't like it, and I wanted to mention if you wanted to do something really alien, I would suggest using the aliens from Proto Factor as a base, or the aliens from Darwin 4, which, despite having elements based on life on Earth, they still have very different characteristics, which differentiate them from those on Earth. My conclusion is simple. I personally don't think that Homestuck is the golden goose that fans like to talk about. And I found the work confusing, messy, very exhausting, kind selfish at the times, and it's totally understandable for someone to think it's bad or even awful. But saying for the last time, this is my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with what I said. If you like Homestuck, it's okay, that's fine, no problem. As long as you respect my opinion and are civil, I won't have problems. Well, anyway, that was the video. It was really cool to make it because it's a different format from my channel, and I intend to bring a lot more if it goes well. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Be well, have a good day or good night, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.